confusion, takes a timeout with 3rd and 5. Okay, Daniel Hand is taking their first timeout of the first half with a 3rd and 5 coming up. And they need a first here to keep possession of the ball. Otherwise, they'll have to go into their first punt formation. Motion man this time, and Gumkowski looking to throw. He overthrows his man, aiming for 82, Bob Duggan, so that'll bring up 4th and 5.
Yeah, Larragay did stay into the with the play where he brought it in and everything, so that gets his shoes on the field for the game so far. As we said, he did well last week in some limited play, but certainly he did well.
Willis in punt formation for Hand, and Rich Hart and John Hyde are deep for the Lions.
I guess that's Jim Willis that's punting, isn't it?
It looks like it. Okay, this will be Hand's first punt for the game.
Left-footed punt. No, that's not Willis. That's 86.
Let it go, let it go, let it go, guys.
So the ball is still rolling. Maybe the wind will blow it to the end zone. So the punt actually was not Willis, it was Dan Glenn.
Dan Glenn, okay.
Did the punting. Dan Glenn is also a sophomore. Left-footed punter.
Getting a lot of time out there, a lot of little experience for the sophomores. Nice-sized sophomore roster this year, and they're all seeing a lot of rain. Of course, again, last week with the way that game went, they got a lot of experience in the second half of the East Line game. This is coming in a little tighter than that. That was certainly the first time Hand was held in offensive plays to 3 and out.
Foran gets the ball back at the 36, and we're down to near 2.5 minutes before halftime.
I do think they've got to rev it up.
And they're looking to throw.
Some open receiver.
And it's thrown across, and complete pass, a nice pass between 2 defenders at about the 48, first down.
That was a very nice pass.
Gained about 15 yards, 14, 15 yards.
The tight end just slanted across the field and cut across the linebackers, and on the far side of that run was picked up nicely by Aronson, the quarterback.
16-yard pass completion.
And in a zone pass defense, and the quarterback laid it right between the linebackers and the safeties. And quarterback rolling left, looking to throw again. Pressured by Hevesy. Complete pass. Another first down for Hand. A good game for Foran. Tackle this time by Malik. But 2 complete passes in a row and 2 good games for Foran.
Yeah, that was the thing. They needed to crank it up a little bit, but also the coach was worried that, and our defense was not really tested very much last week, and he particularly was concerned about the pass defense.
Ball to 32. We're inside at 2 minutes till halftime, and a draw this time. Run to the right side and tackle for a very short gain. That's 76.
Mike Anderson.
Yeah.
That was kind of nice. They kind of expected a pass. I think Hand's lineman kind of smelled blood, tried to get in there, and it ended up being a run, and Anderson was right there to pick him up.
So Peckel rides the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 2nd and 10. 1:41 left before halftime. The ball is at the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for Foran.
Foran trying hard to get on the scoreboard.
And they're looking to throw again. The pressure is by Soper, and Soper's got a hold of him and brings him down.
5-yard
defensive end, Mike Soper. Matt Soper, excuse me.
And you know, actually, the quarterback did well not to fumble that, too, because he was in the grass very quickly.
So 3rd and about 15. Got 3 receivers to the right side. The snap is over the quarterback. A flag is thrown. Ball's dead.
We got flags on the play before the snap.
Well, let's see. Will that be a miscue on the offense?
I didn't see who they were calling that on. They're calling against Foran before the play got started. So it's going to bring up 3rd and
5 yards. Takes it 3rd and 20 to 42.
3rd and about 20. Foran is marching backwards. They got trips to the right. 3 receivers flooded to the right side of the field this time.
They really want to get on the board this half if they can, and I don't blame them. Minute 12 left, going from the shotgun position. More pressure on the quarterback.
Across the middle, and it's overthrown. And Hand had defensive people all around it. Andy Drennan dropped back, and Mike Burrill And 87, Eric Frey.
He went for the tight end again that time. His name is Kevin Losty. And he's the one who caught that nice 18-yard pass coming across with a slant earlier. Don't blame him. That was also a good shot at it, but a little bit high, a little bit out of the reach.
That will bring up a 4th down and 20 with 1:04 left before halftime. And Foran is not in punt formation. They're going to go for it. And quarterback keeps rolling left. And he's looking to throw. He's got a man down there. Complete pass, and it looks like enough for a 1st down. Ryan Dorraz on the coverage, but the receiver got just deep enough to, I believe, get a 1st down on it.
Yeah, it was interesting, too, because the quarterback rolled to his left.
1st down.
The offensive line was able to hold their blocks long enough and absolutely keep the hand rush out of there.
So 4th down and 20, and they get about 20.5 yards for a 1st down and a timeout.
It was good execution that time.
Who called that timeout there, Frank?
Hand called.
Hand called the timeout. Foran is called 2, so they got 2 left. There's 52 seconds left before halftime, but Foran is down near the 20.
Foran thought. Hey, Foran's still looking for that score this period if they can. Pressing hard.
Quarterback still got it, rolling to the right, looking for the end zone, and he lays it up. And softly, it's intercepted, but out of bounds. Eric Hamill gets a deflection, but he was a couple of yards out of bounds by the time he caught it. Incomplete pass.
Let me tell you, though, they were wide open back there. And there was a lot of time for the quarterback. He wasn't really going to be pressed for a couple more seconds by the hand rush.
Quarterback lays that ball out nice and softly. He just overthrew that one.
Just over there. That's where he's been in most of his passes so far. Just a little bit too far out.
And I believe Foran is out of timeouts. We're down to 44 seconds left. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. They've got a lot of time if they stay with the pass plays. I would assume they would do that.
Looking to throw again.
Okay, now
you protection. Looking to throw toward the end zone. It's a complete pass and brought down on about the 2-yard line. Eric Hamill makes the tackle. It'll be a 1st down at about the 2.
Good execution again. A lot of time. What they did is roll the quarterback out, got away from the hand rushing line, knowing that the big guys aren't going to run them that far out.
They got 35 seconds left, so they're lined up quickly. And quarterback just throws it away to stop the clock.
Right.
Harrington throws the ball away to stop the clock.
1st and goal with about 2 yards.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
28 seconds left.
This is one of those conditions where that, having taken all their timeouts, may get in their way a little bit now. But they're close.
They would like to, on 2nd down, run that ball in from about 2 yards out, but if they get stopped, they might not have enough time.
That's right. That'll be all. I would, again, here's where if I was calling it, with that quarterback being mobile, I'd probably sprint him out to the left and with a little bit of an option out there.
So Foran comes out in a somewhat of a spread formation, strong to the left, and quarterback rolling left, looking to throw. Man open in the end zone, complete pass, touchdown. Foran has a touchdown right across the middle.
I would say that's their combination, at least it has been today. Quarterback Aronson to Losty, the tight end. And he was wide open back there. He's a big boy, though. Losty 6'4", so that's good height out there. Hand safeties are very much smaller than that.
So Foran, one quick play is back in this ball game, 14-6 with a conversion try coming. Snap and a placement, and the kick is up. Kick is good. 14-7.
Yes, sir. Okay, with 22 seconds left, we've got a ball game again. 14-7. Hands leading.
Kickoff back to Hand after scoring their first score of this game. And it's a low kick this time, and it's going to go out of bounds.
25.
The kick sails out of bounds at the 25.
Well, what do you think?
I think they have an option of taking it, don't they?
Yeah, I think they do. And hey, kick it over again is what I'd say. Yeah, kick it over again because you know you're on the 25 anyway, and you're going to have to start from there. So So have him kick it. You might get a guy that can run it back. You have some guys that can actually take it all the way. So there you go. Moving back 5. The kick isn't going to be much better than that.
5-yard penalty on the out-of-bounds kickoff. Move it back and kick it again from the 35.
There you go.
So Hamill and Lawler back deep are looking for a run back here because there's only 22 seconds left before the half.
Got it.
He may not kick it deep to them. He may keep it on the ground.
Yeah, he wants to keep it away from Hamill, I would be sure. But,
it's kicked on the ground. It's going to go out of bounds again.
Let it go. Let it go.
It's out of bounds.
See, now they picked up 5 yards and they haven't taken a tenth of a second off the clock.
About 14 more of those and we'll be down to the goal line.
Yeah, now we go from the 30. Everybody moves up. There hasn't been any clashing of helmets yet either. We picked up 10 yards.
5 yards and we'll have to kick it again.
Kicker for Foran is Kevin McClurkin. He's a junior. 5'11", wide receiver. Haven't seen him in too much, but he's getting some practice now on a kickoff. Trying a soccer-style kick, and he's going the opposite direction, which usually would hook it to the left from his side. But
kick 2 out of bounds to the right.
Yeah.
So now he's going to kick off from the 30, and Hamill and Lawler up between the 25 and the 30. And it's a low kick again, and it's fielded on the fly by number 40, Dolan.
Yeah.
Max Dolan.
All right, that's okay. You got about the 44-yard line, so
43.
First and 10 for Hand at their own 42.
2 seconds came off the clock with that. And,
you got 20 seconds left. What do you think, Frank? Play conservative or go for it?
I'd go for it.
Go take a shot at it.
Yeah, I'd go for it. You know, you don't have much other time.
You got the receivers wide to the right, and Gumkowski rolling right, and he brings the ball down. He's heading. He's got enough for a first down. Down the sideline, he's still going. Finally out of bounds. And a good game.
Yeah, see if the referees will set that clock back, because Hand can freeze the ball. He should get a couple more.
The clock says 2.5 seconds right at the moment.
And they should really put a couple of seconds back on, because I don't want to say the home field advantage of running the clock, but
did that play take 20 seconds?
Not that much.
I don't think it quite took 20 seconds.
But I heard the whistle, and I was watching the clock just for that reason, and it did run off a few clicks. Oh, I don't know that the clock itself is official time.
Hand takes her last timeout before the half. Okay, Steve. 2.5 seconds left before halftime. Hand has the ball down about the 32, 33, and Gumkowski straight back to throw. He's getting pressure. Throw across the middle, incomplete pass. That'll run out the half. He's aiming for Eric Hamill.
He got it down there, but unfortunately there wasn't enough there to make anything happen.
So Daniel Hand leads Joseph A. Foran High School of Milford at Milford, 14-7 at the halftime. And we will take a break and be back for the second half. As we begin half number 2 of Daniel Hand's game against Foran of Milford.
Mike Anderson will kick off.
Hand will kick off back to Foran. Mike Anderson will kick off. The score is 14-7 with Daniel Hand leading, but Foran took it down the field. It's a short kick and fielded with his knee down at about the 34 by Foran.
Well, I could a little bit, Kent, just to give some. We did keep some unofficial numbers here, as far as Hand really did all rushes but one pass in the first half. So I had unofficially here Hamill down for about 75 yards. I had Burrell down for 58 yards, and I had Gumkowski for about 45.
So Foran this time hands off up the middle. And man is still moving, and a pretty good gain. Gains about 6 or 7.
And he was dragging tacklers with him, too.
That was a misdirection. They had men going in all directions on offense that time.
7 yards and second down and 7. Second down and 3 at the 42.
The storyline of the first half was really ball control for Hand for about 3/4 of the game, and then Milford Foran came in with a very nice drive down the field.
And they got a break on picking up a 4th and 20, and the referee is looking for his flag, and now he throws it. So this one's going to come back regardless of what it is. It's knocked down.
Harrison's pass.
That's Ryan Doraz covering the pass.
There's a flag down on the play.
But the backfield man behind the quarterback beat the snap going forward.
He sure did. But even at that, that was nice step-for-step coverage by Ryan Doraz out there. That's the kind of thing that Hand really needs to get is that secondary, be able to follow those things step for step on the pass.
Well, Hand pretty well, it appeared at least, without really knowing all the statistics, dominated the first half, except that Foran did take it down the field and got a break and picked up a 4th down and 20 to keep it going, and then ended up scoring a touchdown.
You got a coach's dream and a coach's bane with that particular play.
We now have a second down, about 8, and the ball is loose. The ball's in the air.
Looks like Foran.
Foran man on it.
Whoops.
That's number 87 down there on the bottom.
Recovered by the Lions.
Number 87 for Hand. Eric Frey was right there, but the Foran man was there first.
Foran man definitely was there first, but it looked like in the scramble at Hand.
Eric about took it away from him, I believe, underneath of that foul.
I think that's what excited everybody, but it definitely was a Foran ball. So
that's 3rd and 9 coming up.
It's a loss of about 5.
3rd and long, and it's these kind of plays that the Hand needs to make and not let the quarterback complete them.
You bet. This is going to, yes, he's rolling
roll left, looking to throw, looking across the middle again. There's his man, complete pass. First down for Foran.
It's a wide open Kevin
down at about the 44.
Losty just kind of does his block and then releases back out into that secondary area. Does a nice job. He goes out there slowly, but he sure finds a big open area.
44-yard line.
Quarterback rolled left. They had double blocking, 2 men blocking on Tim Hevesy, and nobody was close to the quarterback. So first down for Foran.
He's definitely setting up a pattern for Foran is rolling out.
This time hand off to the right, and he falls forward, met by Malik. Flag is down.
Flag coming in from backfield. Normally it's a face. Oh,
that's a face mask against Hand.
You don't see that very often. That's the first penalty for Hand too. The game.
You may be right. I don't recall an earlier penalty against Hand.
Yeah, I was keeping a mental note overall, and boy, that's an expensive one right there.
That's a big one. That's going to take the ball clear down to about the 25.
Okay, Foran on the move.
First down at the 25.
So Daniel Hand is going to get tested on defense again here. Handoff, swing to the right this time. One blocker in front, but tackle is made by Malik.
Yes, sir.
John Hyatt, the ball carrier.
Maybe a yard gain at most.
Yeah, at the most. Malik really did a nice follow on that one.
Malik on the tackle.
Make up for his face mask a little bit, but that's what can you do?
Hand's run defense has been pretty solid this whole game. They have given up some big plays on pass plays, however. Their pass defense is still a little bit suspect.
Yeah, you bet.
This time, Foran has 2 receivers split to the right.
And it looks like the tight end means business again. He is. He's releasing.
Quarterback rolling.
Quarterback's on the move.
2 men.
I've got probably a holding.
Flag down. And finally, the quarterback is nailed in the backfield. And Mike Anderson and who's the other one? 74 is Mike Salmani.
By Mike Salmani and Mike Anderson.
I would think that would be an illegal block someplace.
I would certainly think so, the way that was.
Or a holding.
Yeah. And they're explaining it to the hand players.
Because there were 4 people, hand people in Foran's backfield chasing the quarterback around, and they were blocking them from all angles. That's a 10-yard loss. I believe Coach Philippone says decline it.
Yeah, lose the down because they already got him on the sack.
Holding penalty against Foran. Penalty is refused.
So now it goes third and long, Ken.
It'll be third down and about 20.
Third and about 20.
Yeah, that holding probably would have gone from scrimmage at 10, so it'd be about the same place it is. Right?
Could be. I'm trying to sort out exactly where we are here. The ball's at about the 36, and it's third and about 20.
Hand 36.
So Foran is far enough down that they'll probably take 2 shots at it. Quarterback being pressured, and it's an incomplete pass. They were looking to set up a screen on the left side, and
the numbers were 75, 50, and 63 that were out there.
There were 3 blockers there, but there was no receiver in that screen pass.
Yeah, I'd say the tight end was supposed to stay back, hold this block and wait for the screen to set up, just normally on that. And the tight end did give his block and then release downfield.
So Foran brings in a number of new players, probably a punt team with 4th and 20. They're going to try to pin Hand back deep.
McClurkin is in punt formation.
Hand has nobody back to receive this punt. They're not sure they're going to kick it.
And they'll let it just die is what they'll do.
They'll let it die and not field it.
Maybe put a rush on. Yeah, Malik looks like he's coming in after it.
And it's kicked high in the air. And it's going to be fielded at about the 1.
Wow, okay, we're going to see some...
that signal indicates that he carried it in the end zone, didn't he?
At the 1-yard line.
Where are they going to spot that, Frank?
Well, I think it should have been because it was physically touched while still in the field of play. And it should have been. The Foran player was certainly down there in plenty of time to stop it at the 1.
So the touchback, 1st and 10.
They're going to call it a touchback.
Yes, sir. I guess maybe he has to get control of it, but I didn't think you did.
Maybe he was...
So Hand gets the ball out at the 20, but it's almost down at about the 1.
You bet. Very lucky break.
We're down at 7:58, third quarter, and Hand is continuing to lead by 7 points. Hamill swings to the right sideline and gains about 7 or 8.
Yeah, he certainly did on that.
Eric Hamill, the ball carrier.
Again, he a little bit was outrunning his blocking on that. He really needed to kind of take a little bit longer to get out there. Well, not to get out there. Once he got out there, he needed to be a little bit slower, but...
They gave him about 7 on that run.
However, when he's out there, you've got to let him go.
2nd and 3, handed off to Burrell up the middle, and Burrell should have a first down.
Should be.
Burrell, the ball carrier.
Looks like he crossed the 30. That would be a first down for him.
The off-guard slant on that.
He needed 3 and he gained 4.
Takes the attention off of Eric a little bit, keeps it on a balanced attack a little from a run standpoint.
Ball at the 31. Familiar I formation, handed off to Burrell, and Burrell breaks the tackle. Outside, got a first down, got about 15.
Burrell once again, the ball carrier.
Mike Burrell, about a 15-yard gain.
Sir, he made that out there. Nice hole opened up for him. Able to get out there and really turn on the burners.
Mike Burrell has a pretty good ability to have the first tackler make contact and be able to shed that tackler.
He comes in running very, very hard for a man his size and hits him.
This time to tailback Hamill. A bit of a delay and gain a couple yards.
Short gain on the play. And that brings up 2nd and 8.
Dan Guinapero in the game, and will be split wide left. Tim Hevesy over the ball at center. Mark Gumkowski at quarterback. Mike Burrell at fullback. Eric Hamill at tailback. Gumkowski looking to throw, and now he pulls it down. He's dragging a man with him. He's going to be a yard or so short of a first down, but a pretty good gain.
Carries the ball himself.
Yeah, that again is something. The coach looking to give him a little bit of leeway to go out on a run, but be able to look for the pass, see if it's open. and then pull it down and run again if he wants, and that's exactly what Mark did that time.
Blows it to 46. It brings up third and about 3. A short 3, between 2 and 3. And now this time to Burrell. Burrell bounces outside, and he's going to be stopped short. Right near the line of scrimmage.
That's right. Just as he started to slant himself to the right a little bit, he was kind of made contact, and even though he wasn't wrapped up, the momentum kept him going right, and he wasn't able to recover on that. He was within a yard of that.
And with a 4th down and about 3, punt formation.
Willis to punt for Hand. Rich Carter's feet.
And that's Glenn punting, and he hits a knuckleball that hits and rolls down about the 22.
And the punt is down at the 22-yard line. First down, Foran High.
Okay, well, there was some potential there from Hand, but it didn't just come off in that 3rd and about 3. And was not able to just quite get it across the line and get another first down.
And is continuing a lead, 14-7, with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. But this game is anybody's game yet.
Anybody's game. Is starting to get the shadows come across the field. Going to make the look a little different down there.
Tight formation for Foran. They pitch this time and fumbles in the backfield. And the ball's still loose, and Hand is going to get it.
Yes.
And who got the fumble? 87, I believe.
Fumble by the Lions.
I believe that was
Yeah, Soper.
They give it to Soper?
Yes.
Eric Frey was also right there. But Matt Soper is given credit for the fumble recovery, and Hand gets the ball back at about the 12.
Well, Soper was the first one on it, actually, as it squibbed away out there to the side. And I saw the 1 on his jersey, you know, wrapping it up. But I do think he needed Frey's help out there because
that pitch was muffed and then kicked around a bit.
Sure was.
And Burrell with a hole right up the middle, a big hole headed for the end zone, and he's near it. He's got it. Mike Burrell takes it in from 12 yards out, just dragging people the last 5.
He had a hole you could drive into a Sherman tank to at first, but then it collapsed right near the goal line, and he did. He actually took a kicking and screaming about 4 or 5 of those blue jerseys with him, Ken.
He doesn't look big enough to drag tacklers like that, but he made that last 5 yards on his own.
He sure did.
To take the lead up to 20-7 with 4:23 left, 3rd quarter. Jim Willis in to try the conversion. Good snap, good placement. Kick is high, kick is good. Jim Willis hasn't missed one yet this year. I see a flag on the ground down there in Hand's backfield.
That's what you call capitalizing on an error from the other team, the old takeaway.
Let's see what this flag is, Frank. Did you see what that was showing for?
No, I didn't.
No, there's the signal. It's unnecessary roughness against Foran. That'll be tacked on to the where they kick off from.
Yep.
Jim Willis put the extra point through, and a Foran man trying to block the kick ran into him, and they have a flag for roughing the kicker. 15-yard penalty assessed on a kickoff. Mike Anderson will hit it across midfield, clear down to the 45. Frank, what do you do with the ball when you're teeing it up at the 45 like this?
Aim for a corner. Aim for a corner. Give it the longest ride it can and try to pin the other team way back in that corner. That's what
Anderson kicks it away, and he's going to kick it right near the goal line. It's a run back from near the goal line, and man breaks through. And finally, he's tackled up at the 35, 36. Whoa, a good return.
How about that?
38-yard line.
He actually stepped on the goal line when he caught that ball.
First down line.
But I had Gumkowski and Burrell on the tackle. Gumkowski particularly. That was very close to going all the way.
So again, the coverage on a kick was not terribly good for Hand.
And it was a good kick. Obviously, 45-yard kick is pretty good in this league.
In a full house backfield, and running to the left and stringing it out is Dolan, but the man takes a corner and finally out of bounds on the far sideline. May have a first down.
Sure, there was some holding their blocks well from Foran's side on that. Hand was a little bit slow, I think, getting off the ball.
About a 12-yard gain.
The most successful they've been certainly is on their sweeps. They seem to be able to get out there, and our down linemen just are able to hold everything right in the front, right in the front of them, but they're not able to quite string it out.
Okay, hand it off this time right up the middle, and the ball's loose again.
Down, yes.
And Hand has got the ball. I don't know who got that one, Frank. Can you tell?
Boy, I don't know. It was, you can almost take a pick on that. But where it was all the down defensive men anyway. It was one of the big guys up front, I'd say.
That fumble recovery is anybody's guess as to who got it, but Hand had a number of white shirts around it. Andy Drennan was one of them that was right there and out. But I did not see who handed the ball back to the referee. Daniel Hand gets the ball back at the 46. 3.5 minutes left, third quarter. Hand is leading 21-7. Mike Burrell goes to the right. He's got about 9 yards.
Hey, you'll take all the help from your friends you can get, you know that. But Mike's having a good game today. We had him for about 50 yards the first half, and I think so far he must have another 20 or so.
He's down to near the 45, about the 46. 2nd and 2. Pitch this time to Hamill. Hamill's got a first down, plus another 5.
Eric Hamill carries the ball for Hand. Tim Ludwig makes the tackle.
Those shadows are really starting to get across the field.
And he got it down to the 38. First down.
And works that right side very, very much.
Who are their blockers in the line on that right side? Of course, you got Tim Hevesy at center.
Yeah.
I see Chad Davis is playing a left tackle. Kumkowski turns and keeps the ball and heads to the right side, and he's got about 10.
Nice.
He may have a first down on the far sideline.
You bet. Well, you got Anderson's in there, Davis, Hevesy.
Andy Drennan.
I think Drennan is the guard over there on the right.
And Tim Ludwig is well.
72 is Mason.
First down for the Tigers.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mason's over on that side at the right tackle, I believe.
Drennan and
Drennan and Mason. That's the position.
And Chad Davis are on the left side.
Yeah.
Hand off to Eric Hamill, and Hamill goes through and gains about 8.
Boy, oh boy, that's 3 plays. You got 8, 10, and 8.
Hamill, the ball
9, 10, and 8.
They shouldn't ever pass if they can average 8 or 9 yards a carry.
You bet. Hey, Larragee was in, carried the play in that last time. Was blocking fullback for them.
The ball is near the 20-yard line. 2nd and 2. Hand off this time to Burrell, and Burrell's got the first down.
They're working that right side to death, I'll tell you that.
There's 76 getting up. Mike Anderson drove his van about 5 yards deep that time, and Burrell carried right behind it.
Well, you've got Soper over there on the right as the tight end. You've got Soper, you've got Mason, and let's pick up who the guard is over on that side. Is that Anderson?
It might be Anderson.
Yes.
This time pitch to the right to Hamill, and Hamill has got his normal 8 yards, it looks like.
You bet.
To the far sideline.
For years I thought to myself, if we really charted Hand's offense, that right side would be covered with numbers. But, boy, you can see why this time. Soper as a tight end is running about 185 pounds, and Anderson's runs 240. And then, of course, you've got another hunk of muscle in there when you get Rob Mason at 250. So
Eric Hamill took it 9 yards on first down. That'll be 2nd and 1 at about the 6.
They can get a
They'll hand it off to Burrell, and Burrell is inside the 5, and Burrell is still going. He does not want to go down. He's down to maybe the 3.
His mother must wash that jersey in some real slippery soap or something like that, because, my God, they have an hard time. He just keeps slipping, sliding over there.
He's not that big when you're standing beside him, but he is awfully hard to bring down.
Okay, looking good, Hand, looking good. We're into less than a minute
about
now.
the 3-yard line. 50 seconds left. Gumkowski wedging it forward, and he's near the goal line. No indication
Close
yet.
but no cigar.
Gumkowski on the quarterback keeper is short of the goal line.
Clock running.
It'll be second and goal from the 1.
Now, he's inside the 1 yard line. The clock is down near a half a minute. If they hurry, they can get this off before the quarter runs out. He's got about a foot to go for a touchdown. High formation. Gumkowski hands it off to Brill, who should have the
The whole
touchdown.
pile should be in there.
Touchdown hand.
Is in for the touchdown for Hand.
That was Brill, wasn't it?
Yeah, That looked like fullback call anyway. I don't know. Was he?
Yeah, Brill's in there. He was the one that carried the ball. So
Yeah.
touchdown for Hand. It stretches the score to 27-7 with 17 seconds left, third quarter. Jim Willis trying the extra point. Tim Hevesy at center. Mark Gumkowski sets it down, and Willis kicks it up. And Willis kicks it good. 28-7.
Not bad. Not bad.
Anderson has the ball teed up at the 40 after Hand's 4th touchdown.
Mike the Foot Anderson. How about that, huh?
He about got the last one run back on him. Let's see what he does on this one. If he keeps it low. He does keep it low. And it's in and out of the hands of one man, and the man who picked that up doesn't want it very badly, and he's going backwards. And he should be cornered over on the far sideline. Still moving.
Well, he made it
Pretty
back.
good return, actually.
Turns the ball all the way back to
Across
the
the 40.
42-yard line.
I'm surprised there weren't any flags on that, too, the way that thing reversed field.
It's brought back across the 40-yard line about the 42, so a good return by Foran.
Yeah, Rich Hart for Foran.
We have three seconds left before the third quarter runs out, so as soon as they start the clock here, it will be gone pretty quickly.
Yes, you bet, and then it's going to end up having a really,
I guess they don't start the clock until the snap here, is that it?
after a kickoff, I guess.
One play here in the third quarter yet. It's a quick pass play, a slant across the middle, good for a first down, about 11-yard gain, which runs out the third quarter. So Daniel Hand is leading 28-7 at the end of 3 quarters.
Now there's the
We
tight
turn
end.
it around and go south for the fourth quarter. Foran has the ball, first down on the pass play, and they will pass a lot now, trailing by 3 touchdowns. That play is well defensed. 87 got a hand on it, Eric Frey, and Mike Burrell was right there with the receiver also.
Andy Drennan was also on. We also had some pressure coming on the quarterback also. Well, a good pass by the quarterback. He had to get it off. Though. He had to because there was white jerseys coming in his face.
So Hand will be tested a little bit. This kid is a pretty good passer.
That's the word on him. 3 years worth of varsity experience here, and
they're 3 touchdowns behind, so he will pass a lot this fourth quarter.
Hand must know that. Okay, here's the rollout coming
Roll
wide.
out, and he's being pressured, and it's a complete pass. Tackled by Andy Drennan.
Tight end again.
And Malik was right in on the quarterback just as he got rid of it, but it was a complete pass.
That'll bring up third.
About a 9-yard gain
Oh, that's the play right
to the
there.
40.
I've always liked to see a good tight end play, and that happens to be what they're using a lot. I think as you start to roll a play, you open up the inside enough, and that's what's happening. So
Third and a long one. Handed off, swinging to the right, and he's got some room to run. And he breaks through.
He does.
Heading for the end zone, and this thing can be caught from behind, and Foran takes it all the way in. Touchdown for Foran High School, no flag.
Yeah, he just did a whole lot of that after he got by the first 5 yards. Hyatt was able to break himself after he got those first few blocks. Outrun everybody that's on the field.
So the score is now 28-13 with 11:07 left in the ballgame. Conversion try coming up.
And as much as everybody was thinking they were going to keep on, that was a good play call right there. A couple of passes and then went back to the run.
Working for the extra point.
Good snap, placement down, and
And
loaded,
the extra point is
loaded
good.
long to the uprights.
That is a kick and a half.
He hit that one plenty hard.
He sure did. He had that.
Score now is 28-14.
That what really shows that kid has some field goal range too.
And the score is now hand 28, Foran High 14.
Foran with their second touchdown is now trailing by 14. And we may have a wide open last 11 minutes of this game, Frank.
We certainly well might. And Hand's ball control theory is going to hold up for him.
Kicks away and he's going to kick it out of bounds.
Yes, sir. Went out on the 30.
McClurkin's kickoff is out of bounds. Penalty flags are down.
Like Hand's going to have him kick it back over again, and that served well last time. It's not bad field position, though, 31-32.
I'm not sure I know all the rules, Frank, of what their options are when a ball is kicked out of bounds.
I think they can take it on the 35.
35?
Yeah. You have the option. Once it's kicked out of bounds, you can try it on the 35 or kick it over again with a 5-yard penalty for the kicking team.
And it looks like they're going to come up to the line of scrimmage and not kick it over.
Yep.
Co-captain Peter Lawler telling the referee what they would do.
35, first and 10.
So Hand will take the ball at the 35.
Well, of course, what that does is keep Hand from handling the ball, you know, and that sort of thing, and also keeps the players from actually going up and down again and possibly risking some injury and loss of the ball.
Mike Gumkowski still at quarterback. Eric Hamill, a tailback, carrying the ball, and he fights forward for about 3.
You're going to see some very, very conservative play on Hand's side.
Mike Burrell at fullback.
Interesting to that, though, that went left. Off the left guard side.
What Hand would like to do at this point is a long, sustained ground attack ending in a touchdown that would use a lot of time.
You bet. Chew up that clock. Speed it up.
This time right up the middle to Hamill again, and Hamill is about a yard short of a first. Gain another 4 or 5.
Third and about 1.5 or so over there, Ken.
Third and 1.
Third and 1 for Hand.
Third and 1. This is Burrell territory, I would say. And again, they'll come right off between the guard and the tackle. Over here on this right-hand side with Burrell.
Tim Hevesy at center, and everybody going forward. It's a dive forward, and that play is stopped short. That is not a first down.
No, it isn't. They tried to get it across Hevesy is what they tried to do that time, too.
So that's going to bring up 4th and less than a yard.
Fourth down.
Well, let's see. What do they do?
And does not have their punter in there.
No,
looks like they're going to try to pick it up.
Yep.
4th and short. This is a big play.
It's ball control and keep the ball out of the hands of number 10 for Foran, who's going to try to get it to number 2.
Hand it off. There's the first down. He had to cross the 45, and Mike Burrell behind right guard, right tackle.
Right guard, right tackle. It's a nice execution.
Big number 78 gets off of the ground right under him there. That was Hevesy blocking ahead of that play. So first down for Hand.
Okay.
That keeps the drive going, keeps the clock running, and keeps it out of the hands of
that's right.
the other team.
Aronson.
Pitch this time to Hamill. He cuts back, and Hamill cuts back, gains about 9.
Son of a gun. He tripped over his own player that time on the ground. Otherwise, he had some pretty good room in front of him, but still a nice run, even as you would take it that way. 8 yards.
Eric Hamill carries the ball, a good 8 yards. We're down inside of 9 minutes left in the ball game. Handed off to Burrell. Burrell goes forward for about 1.
Not quite to the first down marker.
For a 1-yard gain. Jeff Lewiston again in on a tackle.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1 at the 45.
You've got it. Okay, very controlling.
82, Bob Duggan splits to the left.
Right on the edge of the shadow.
3rd and 1. And handed off this time to Burrell, and Burrell is stopped short of first down. Not much gain.
I'd call it a yard.
It's going to bring up 4th and 1 again.
Yep. A little bit of a game, not much. A little bit of a slip. Keep him from really getting his momentum going.
And has a bit of confusion of what they're going to do, and they're going to take a timeout to decide. They did have their punter on the field. And after the timeout, is going to go for it on 4th and 1 at the 45. They need a yard here, and
looks like Mike's got it. Mike
burrowed right into the middle, and that's going to be pretty close. Looks like he should have it from there.
Sure did. I mean, he certainly got the extension, I think.
If they, yeah, that should be enough.
Situation. Yeah, it looks like by half a yard anyway. Oh, they're going to call him in, though.
They're going to measure it, but that should be a first down, unless those lines are really crooked.
Unless they're really crooked, that could be, because some of them are really crooked, Ken, when you really look at them down there.
This is a big play for him because the clock is 7:46 left in the ball game. They get a whole new series of downs if it's a first down.
And conversely, it would be an awful lot of, it would be a good field position for Foran. And the stretch is?
And it's a first down by 2 feet.
First down, Hand.
That is just about what it looked from here, too, so. Okay, another fresh 4 here, Ken.
So Hand trying to keep the ball on the ground and let the clock run with a 2-touchdown lead.
Well, what this
so
allows.
So far they have done it, but they've had to go for first on 4th down 2 times.
Well, of course, what this allows, I mean, the defense knows you're going to stay close and conservative, so they can collapse in and virtually forget about a pass. Now watch it go into a pass to keep them honest. But
handed off this time to Hamill, and Hamill breaks through, and he doesn't get his 8 that time. He only got about 4 or 5.
4 or 5, and he almost lost the ball, so the ball started to squib out a little bit. He held on, he was able to pull it back in.
I noticed that Eric Hamill had both arms around that ball.
Oh, he did. But like I say, it allows the defense to really collapse in, knowing you're not going to be passing very much. Especially, you can see Guanapero's going out, but that's just to try to draw somebody out.
2nd and 6, pitch this time to Hamill to the right, and Hamill has got the sideline. He should have the first down and out of bounds.
He certainly has.
First down inside the 30 to about the 27.
Boy, that was a real nice.
We have a brief break in the action with an injury timeout for a foreign player, but Hand gets a first down to about the 27. Hand with a first down on a good run by Eric Hamill down the near sideline. The new set of downs, and it's handed off to Mike Burrell, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike Burrell,
I would
maybe gained a yard, and that's all.
That's about the biggest man on the team for Foran, Jeff Williston, 230 pounds. But it looked like he was keyed right on Burrell coming through there. It absolutely did.
They're looking for Hand to run it, so this would really be a good time to lay a pass out to somebody.
Really would.
A short, safe pass, perhaps. Hamill and Burrell are finding it tough going in there because Foran is bunching the defense on them. 2nd and 9. Gumkowski keeps the ball, and a flag is thrown. Gumkowski gains maybe a yard. That looked like a busted play to start with.
And I couldn't quite tell what they were trying to accomplish with that, but pulled it in, trying to get something off it. He didn't. Now the flag is usually out of the position, which is going to say an offensive. Oh, clip.
That's an illegal block, a clip against Hand. An illegal block, a clip on that last short gain on a busted play. Takes the ball clear back to the 43, so it'll be 2nd down and about 25.
These play characteristics, those are going to be hard to get back, but Hand's still
Good
going
blocking,
fast.
it's a pass to the right sideline, broken up, good defensive play. Aim for Lawler on the left sideline.
That was really the play they needed to try to get out there, because that's a long ways to get down there when you're trying to do ball control. You're going to give yourself a chance to get that first down.
3rd down and 25.
3rd and 25 for Hand.
Less than 6.
Guanapero to the right. In the slot is Eric Frey. No receivers on the left side. Gumkowski straight back and throw it across, and it's short. Incomplete pass. Does not quite get to Guanapero. That'll bring up a 4th down and long.
And now they will punt it, for sure. You see, there wasn't much, you might as well have passed on that play also, because it was too far to really expect a run, and you're going to be in a punt mode anyway, probably. So again, now try to get them buried
Dan Glenn
to punt.
into punt. It's a good snap
High or deep.
and a good kick, a floater. It's going to be fielded on the run and dropped. And Ham has a ball. Inside the 20, it is muff. It's a muff punt and is covered by co-captain Peter Lawler.
Wow.
So,
You know, as far as the team goes,
well, you can see what the Foran man was trying to do. He was trying to field it on a dead run so he'd have a head start coming up the near sideline, but he didn't get a good grip on it.
now you don't even have the ball. You're right. He was trying to take some real good aggressive play on that, and it certainly didn't pay off for him.
So Hand gets the ball back, and Hamill carries to the right, breaks a tackle or two, gains about 4 to the 15.
That was really tough.
Tom Gerwin makes the tackle after a 5-yard gain. Second and on to the 15.
Well,
and the clock is running, and we're down to 5 minutes left in the ball game with Hand leading 28-14.
technically a change of possession on that. Now Hand has the fresh yards to go.
Hand it off to Burrell. Burrell goes to the right. He's got room to run. And he's still going, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Hand. Looked like he was going to be pushed out of bounds, but he refused to go out of bounds. And cut it back, went to the end zone.
There again, talk about adding insult to injury. That touchdown came right across number 2 for Foran, who's the kid who dropped that punt. And you're right, and he should have knocked him out of bounds, but he went too high on Burrell. He went to knock him from the shoulders, and Burrell, being short, just kind of hunkered down and got away from the push.
Well, an 18-yard run for Mike Burrell takes it to 34-14 with Willis trying the extra point. He kicks it up, kicks it good.
Extra point is good.
Jim Willis hasn't missed one all year.
How about that,
He's had 10 in a row so far, right, Mike? Right, Frank? Yes, 5 in the first game and 5 in this game.
Well, I wish we had our Daniel Hand Boosters program in front of us so we could look up the records, because a hand kicker from 1982, Eddie Himmelberg holds the state record for point afters in a year. And I don't think they're consecutive, but it could be. That'd be interesting to look up. But Eddie Himmelberg from the 82 season still holds the school board record for Connecticut.
I like Jim Willis's percentage, though. He's batting 1,000.
He's up for you old baseball players. Think a different term.
So Daniel Hand stretches the lead out to 35-14 with a break on the muffed punt, and Mike Burrell taking it the last about 18 yards into the end zone. We got 4:41 left in the ball game. Hand set to kick off back to Foran.
Hand is now capitalized very, very heavily twice on turnovers by Foran, and that's given them the cushion they need so far.
Mike Anderson set to kick off.
And Iron RC.
Anderson hits a roller and is heading for the far sideline, but it is picked up at about the 23, 24, and he is going nowhere. Goes backwards about 3 yards, so back to about the 21.
That's too bad. That again,
good coverage that time by Hand on that kick.
Excellent coverage. They covered it all the way down, and I noticed the player, I didn't pick his number up from this right-hand side, started to go in. He started to collapse, and he thought better of it. He actually took some back steps to get back out, which was nice. He almost needed to use it. I will say, though, that number 2 for Foran, I think he'll probably want to change his jersey, because that was him running that one, too.
That's right.
I mean, change his number, not change his jersey.
Foran gets the ball back at about the 21.
Gotta go airborne.
They're looking to the left side to throw, and he's about to get tackled. Finally, he gets rid of it. Incomplete pass. It's short of the receiver.
And Rob Mason was right in there.
And had a man coming right from behind the quarterback and almost had him, but all it results in is an incomplete pass.
And a sidearm there, so. But he was trying to get under the coverage.
Second and 10 at the 21. We're down to 4:03 left in the ball game. Quarterback keep this time. And he is being...
Fumble.
He was sacked in the backfield. 78, Tim Hevesy, not only tackled the quarterback, but took the ball away from him, but he was picked up by another foreign player.
Yeah, who actually was behind, so that becomes a fumble. Fumble lateral is what that almost becomes, so.
Third down and 10.
So Tim Hevesy not only had the quarterback wrapped up, but made him cough up the ball on that play. Brings up 3rd and 10.
A little help from his friends. Able to get the tackle on the running back, and now it's 3rd and 10, as you say, Kent. The shadows coming over the field, almost completely covering it now.
Tim Hevesy, Chad Davis, and Rob Mason are the 3 down men in the middle of the line, and Hevesy is being blocked by 2 men, and it's a pass over the middle, almost intercepted. Peter Lawler came the closest to catching it. That will bring up 4th and 10.
Peter Lawler almost caught it, and Rob Mason, his stepbrother, as a matter of fact, almost blocked it on his rush. If he got his hands up a hair sooner, and Rob, when you listen to this, and I know you probably will, get your hands up a little sooner, just like in basketball. Block that throw.
That's Coach Frank Tordoff here from the
yeah, he's a lot bigger.
booth.
He's a lot bigger than I am, so I better stay clear of him too. But
4th and long for Foran, and they're deep in their own territory, about 21.
the Mason Lawler family is a combined Brady bunch and a bunch of great people.
And a flag is thrown before the ball is snapped, and that'll be a delay of game.
Oh man, you can't afford
5
that.
yards against Foran.
Woo! Boy, when you're fighting the clock and fighting the distance and scoreboard together, you can't take those penalties. That's a shame. 4th down. No, even drawing offhand wouldn't have done any good.
Go black, get him up!
Punt formation. Punter will hit it between the 5 and the 10. It's a good kick, good high kick. Nobody back for hand. They're going to let it roll.
Don't get close
And
to
it goes sideways and out of bounds.
Quick learning, these hand players. How about that? We love it.
Rolls out of bounds.
Ball about the 44.
Yard line.
Between the 43 and 44.
10 for hand.
Hand gets the ball back with 2:55 left in the ball game.
They can almost run the game clock out with these 4 downs. They can't quite do it, so they've got to try to get another series of downs. And they've been pushing that pretty heavily, punishing that defensive line of Foran. So, and may be able to, with a little bit of adrenaline, keep it going.
Foran has about 8 men right up in the middle of the line, and Hamill breaks through it.
Right.
Hamill breaks through it and gains about 17, 18 yards.
That's the thing. You break through on that, and there's not much behind you, and he almost was able to do it. Sometimes you kind of overplays what happens, and Foran knows the hand's not going to
There's
do
some
anything.
fresh jerseys coming into the game at this point. Dan Carroll, 68, is in. 26.
Mark Palumbo.
Palumbo.
Okay, we've got, I saw 58, Mike Spagnola.
64, Todd McLaughlin.
Good. Got another 69 in there.
That's Anthony Crampton.
Well, you have a number that I don't have.
That's one.
Oh, there, it's way down.
written
Okay,
in.
good. Anthony, welcome to the green out there.
Maybe another one or two there. I believe 58, Mike Spagnola, you mentioned him, is in. Gumkowski is still quarterbacking, but he's got new backfield people with him. That's 26 carrying the ball. That's Mark Palumbo.
Pretty good move on that. Nothing fancy, nothing terrific, but just up the middle. Sophomore, Palumbo's a sophomore. He's got decent size on him. 165 pounds, according to the cheat sheet here.
This play will take it below 2 minutes.
Chad Davis, by the way, is taking the hiking position.
Chad has played quite a bit of this game.
Sure has.
And a gain of a yard or two by 26.
Again, Palumbo.
Go, Palumbo! Get your legs moving!
So, Palumbo's got a fan up here in the stands, I guess. How about that?
You
Huh?
got a coach up here.
Okay. And with
Third down and about 7.
relatively young team in there, a couple of seniors still in, anchor down the...
And off this time in the backfield, that's
Larragee.
38, Larragee in.
Yes, sir.
Dan Larragee, the ball carrier.
Okay, another sophomore, so it's a sophomore backfield.
Larragee scored a touchdown on his first varsity carry of about 10 yards last week.
That must have been quite exciting for the young man. Exciting for everybody, for that matter.
And in punt formation, Mac Dolan is in a blocking position ahead of Glenn, who kicks it and rolling toward the end zone, into the end zone.
Actually, almost. Peter Lawler almost got it down there. And that was Malik.
And Glenn. So that brings the clock clear inside of a minute.
Actually, no question there'll be some aerials out here, but it's going to have to be wide open. I'm sure right now that Foran just wants to get some more stats on the board. Make the box score look a little better for their opponents in the rest of the season. Which is part of the game. Okay, now hand, have they kept the second team in? Pretty much, so that it's, if the experience was lacking before, it's even more so
Quarterback
now.
rolling, looking to throw, and Hevesy is after him. Hevesy won't get him, however, but somebody will.
Oh, that's a new quarterback.
Mike Clark, the ball carrier.
Andy Drennan makes a hard hit,
About 9 yards.
but a pretty good run by the quarterback.
Yeah, given their sophomore quarterback, Mike Parker, who's a sophomore, 5'9", 140 pounds, some snaps in there. They've given up the game, obviously, but now they get. It's always important to get some experience for your team.
Number 90 is in the game for hand. That's Craig DeLeon, whom we didn't have a name for last week, and my apologies to him.
Nice move.
Foran looking to throw, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yes, definitely.
And was a little aggressive on covering and hit the receiver before the ball got there, so that'll be an automatic first down.
Yeah, Danny Guinapero had his hands on his helmet, so you know he's the guy that got the naughty.
Is that the sure sign?
I would say it's the sure sign.
We got about 30 seconds left in the ball game now.
I can remember, Danny, that happened to your brother one time. Only once, though. Only once.
First down, Lions at their own 44.
Yeah, the new quarterback there for Foran had some nice moves. He gave nice fake.
Dan Glenn is playing corner position. And good down. Ball's loose and hand has it.
You bet.
That tackle was made by 90, Craig DeLeon.
All right.
And 64, Todd McLaughlin. And who covered the ball?
Got the ball. Yeah.
Anthony Crampton covered the ball.
That's great. That's dynamite.
So hand gets the ball. The clock is running. I don't believe they need to snap it again.
Those boys will get a sticker on their helmet next week.
The end of this game, the clock is down to 10 seconds and running. And Mark Gumkowski is congratulating his teammates and is in no hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage.
Way to go, Brian!
That will be the last play of the game with this game against Foran High School of Milford. And as you said at the beginning, Frank, they always play tough. They're hard to beat. Hand has had pretty good success against them, but they do make it a tough ball game. And it was anybody's game until the middle of the third quarter here.
Well, it really was. And when you come down to it, if you take the two real bad miscues away for Foran, you change the score from 35 to 21, and then it's still a don't give up the ship attitude the rest of the game. So, one, you've got to congratulate Hand for taking advantage of those miscues and being able to get out there and out in front with the points. On the other hand, Foran, shoot, that's something you got to learn from. I think that what we really saw is the coach wanted to have some good game control, good ball control, and he was able to get that most of the game.
They got it. Mike Burrell and Eric Hamill carrying the ball and getting 6-8 yards a clip on offense. On defense, there were several people who had good games. Tim Hevesy was all over the place. They blocked him with 2 men and still didn't keep him away. a lot of the time. So he had a very good game. And Willis, again, 5 straight
Very
extra
consistent,
points.
very solid.
Mark Gumkowski played a good game at quarterback. He's gaining confidence with each game.
Yeah,
So Hand is getting there. Now if they can polish the pass defense a little bit, they'll be very tough the rest of the way.
that's exactly right. I think that the two things that kind of showed up last week are there. They're certainly improved. Pass defense being one, and kick returns coverage being the other. Certainly better this week than last week, but needing a little work. But from an overall standpoint, an overall young team, 2 wins, 2 in the win column, and that's looking good because the experience has been excellent for them. They can see what it's like to do things right, and they also see what it's like to do things a little bit on the negative side.
Xavier is their opponent next week, next Friday night at Strong Field in Madison. We hope we have a good crowd for that. That about wraps it up for today's game. This is Kent Sprague with Frank Tordoff here today. Thanks for coming, Frank. And I hate to see you get away from work on a nice Friday afternoon like this, but glad you were here. And Steve Fust behind the camera and also helping direct.